Hi everyone, this is the first episode of Nicole and Nina's little chat that we just decided to talk about, and we're just really putting what we do out there because we think that our conversations are really interesting.
Absolutely, very exciting. I think people will be very intrigued. I think it'll make you laugh, make you cry, make you think, make you want to switch us off, but that's okay.
You're going to either hate us or love us. So what
Yeah.
we're talking about today is authenticity.
Absolutely, it's about being yourself. My question to you is, who are you?
Who am I?
Who are you?
I don't know. Sometimes I think I know, but I don't think I always know.
I think I have alter egos. So sometimes I'm like Nicolina after a few drinks and I can like party the house down. And then sometimes I'm, Nicole, who's just me, raw, take me as I am, no makeup on, hair's not done. Love me or hate me. But I think if we can shed light in people's lives, bring their authenticity out.
What do you think that means by somebody bringing out their authentic self?
I think it's just being and speaking from the heart. I think it's getting out of the mind, the ego, and just bringing out your thoughts, even if there's no filter. We don't have a filter. We just are who we are, and people seem to like that. We go out, we can attract the most weird, crazy, fun-loving, happy people, or unhappy people.
I think that's another thought. A lot of people don't realize that whoever you attract into your life is somewhat a mirror of yourself. So if you can accept that if there's something you see in someone that you don't like, being your authentic self includes accepting, you know what, maybe I have that trait in me. Because like Dr. John Demartini says, we as humans actually have every single human trait. It's just about whether or not we're willing to take responsibility for that trait.
Look, that's very true. And I see a lot in you that I love, adore, I'm inspired, I become very creative, I become more of myself in who I am. I don't stop to think, oh my gosh, that's in me as well. And you remind me
sometimes.
When I'm really drunk. Life is not worth living if you can't express who you really are. And I learned that through a lot of different challenges and trials and tribulations in my life.
And we're still learning as well. It's not even just a point where we're like, oh yeah, we know. It's, now we know. The more we realize we know, the more we realize we don't know.
Oh, absolutely. And you've got to know what you don't like in someone so then you can actually create a better version of yourself, because every moment is a chance to change who you are. You're not a victim of your past.
To recreate
yourself. That's right. In a heartbeat, in a click of a finger, you can become who you really want to be.
And you can only ever do that in the present moment. There's no point worrying about the past or the future or what you haven't done or what you can do. What can you do right now?
Absolutely. And what brings you to, realizing your authenticity?
I feel like there's always things that inspire me to help me realize, you know what, I think that's my authentic self, but it's also just trusting myself and feeling, does this feel right for me? Yeah. If I feel no, this doesn't feel right, then why am I going to put myself in that situation? And even then, you might step into the situation, but like, no, this isn't for me. This isn't. It maybe used to be, but it's not right now, or it's not who I choose to be.
Yeah. So you rely on a lot of instincts. I kind of do the same. And even when I ignore my instincts, I'm like, no, this is what I really want. I get into the situation, I'm like, that suppressed who I really am, or that cut me off to how I really feel, or I didn't want to, be rejected. Rejection is a massive thing.
Yeah, definitely. Like what we were saying with, the fact that me and Nicole like to talk, obviously. And, we have met people who are very taken back with the fact that we talk so much. And something that what I love about the relationship me and Nicole have is we're always inspiring and encouraging each other to express how we actually feel, regardless of what it is, whether it's positive, negative, happy, sad, angry. Just let it out, because if you don't, then it's going to take another form. And like a lot of really spiritually aware teachers say, disease is just dis-ease in your body. So if you don't express it somehow, it's going to go internal and then create some other problems.
Oh, absolutely. And we've experienced that firsthand. Like, suppress something here and it comes out somewhere else. So, when you face adversity, I think that's when you get the highest growth. And you don't realize it when you're going through those really hard times. I've lost 2 children. one at 7 weeks pregnant, one at 16 weeks pregnant. You know, I've gone through struggles with my own relationships, and they're the times that you start to think, wow, like what have I done and currently doing in my life to attract those things that are happening to me, and what are the lessons out of it, rather than going inside and just becoming so depressed that you're not able to move. So
exactly. Speaking of mirrors, being our authentic self, I've noticed that we're mirroring each other in this conversation. We're like up here, and then we're both like together, like
too close, no makeup.
And then we're like, yeah.
Real cool. So look, it's lovely to talk to you. You know, we hope to actually generate a lot in the future, bouncing off each other. I think we have a lot to share with the world and with yourselves, be it with some structure or be it as a free flow that we've just had now.
Also women in business, because, you know, I used to work in real estate. Nicole has her own business in conveyancing, and being around such masculine energy, it's such a balance to be able, for women, I believe, to be able to have that masculine energy and still be in that workforce, but still being our feminine when we want to be, when we choose to be. So that's definitely other topics that we would definitely want to go into and help other women who do want to step into a bigger role in society or in their career or just in their relationships or just want a man who takes control. Right, Nicole?
So we'll cover things like, you know, relationships, sex, what things that you never thought you'd ever speak about, but is kind of hidden inside of you that wants to come out. And, you know, as Nina said in a previous video, your relationship with yourself, because that's the first and foremost. You're with yourself 24/7, which Nina pointed out, and you know, you've got to learn to love yourself. You've got to get to the point. If you can get to the point in life where you look in the mirror and say, "I love you, Nicole," that I think is success. It's not about how much money I make. It's about how can I look in the mirror and say, "I love myself."
And that's been such a big code for you. Like, I know that from the moment I met you, you always loved yourself. However, in the last 6 to 12 months, it's just been a massive growth for you, and I'm so proud of you.
Oh, and it's come from you as well. We're mirroring each other. So,
wow,
nice to see you.